we're talking about the compound effect. I want to know about your idea of the compound effect.
So The Compound Effect is one of my favorite books by Doran, and I must have read it 7 to 10 years ago.
Really?
And it blew my mind, because when you look at people that are very successful, the stories are often written as an overnight success. You don't see the day in and the day out and realize that it's a compilation of a lot of little steps over time that really gets a person to where they want to go.
Now, Darren Hardy, isn't he the guy that runs Fortune? I think it's Fortune magazine.
Success magazine.
Okay, Success magazine.
Yep.
Now, what drew you to that book and that idea? Because I know that you started your company when you were 12. Basically.
Actually, my dad gave me that book.
Wow.
And I've even listened to it many times after in the car. And it really helps because, for example, if your goal is to go to the gym, you can't go from not going to the gym to going to the gym 5 days a week for an hour each day, really hard and intense. That's not like a realistic way to build a habit, right?
Yeah.
You have to build it in a way where you can be successful, even if it's small. You go to the gym for 20 minutes, maybe 3 times a week, that's how you start. And then bit by bit, you can build on that. But a person that can do that over time with multiple habits will actually keep those habits, rather than someone that just gets fired up. They get really excited about something, but that's how quickly that fire can also fade.
It reminds me of the 12 rules for life. One of the rules is like clean your room.
There you go.
And it's that little metaphor of cleaning your room that you translate to other things. If you can't even clean your room, how do you expect to? Now, obviously, if you don't clean,
sure.
I'm kind of messy. I don't really want to clean my room. But the compound effect is that idea of like that one thing that you do today. If you do that for 365 days, what could happen? Is that really what you got from that?
Yes.
What changed in your life after you read that book?
I realized that if I have big goals, it starts with small steps that are consistent. Because when you're building something, when you're building an empire, especially as a visionary, you have it in your mind first.
Yeah.
But it's not out in the world. And you may be working on it for a week, a month, 3 years, 5 years, and you're not where your vision is, which is a good thing, because a vision is something to keep aspiring to. And when you reach that, you think bigger. That's the point.
How long have you been at building Chicano and this cookie cup empire and all these desserts and things?
For 13 years, really, since idea genesis was 13 years ago.
That's like 4,000 days or something.
That's a lot.
That's like
days.
a lot of days.
Yeah, and I can't say that I worked on it consistently when I was a kid in high school, but it takes a lot longer than people think. And I think the point of that is that many people, when you don't see the results, it's painful and you get deterred, and it's much easier to go and just settle for different aspects of life. But if you have such a big vision, but you continue, and the compound effect teaches you that it's about the consistency of your actions, not necessarily that you're getting results right away.
What are some things that have kept you consistent besides just that idea? Have there been things that have been, a part of that?
Meditation is a big one.
Really?
Yeah, especially when I feel like I'm losing my shit. It happens.
Okay.
You have a moment and you're in panic mode. How do you get out of it? And if you develop a system and a method, and you already know something that's going to calm you down. For me, for example, it's sitting down, having a cup of tea, turning on incense, and meditating. Sometimes that's what brings me to my clarity. And I know I can rely on the consistency of that system.
So that's what you use, but there's something you just said that was interesting. It's like having something that calms you down.
Right.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be what you do or what anyone else does, but something.
For someone,
like
it's
an anchor.
it's running on the treadmill. For someone else, it might be journaling. For someone else, it might be rocking out to their favorite band in their room. Different things for different people.
Got it.
It's definitely not one to judge or say there's a specific way, but you need to find out what works for you.